Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Serena and coming at you from a new location today. I'm on my lunch break at work in my car, and the parking garage is kind of loud, so hopefully this mic is just picking up my voice. But I don't know, I just wanted to start this video a little differently, maybe show you a little bit more of my day-to-day. I'm thinking this video is going to be a weekend vlog because I hope to do some crafting, and it's already October 17th and I still haven't decorated for Halloween yet. So I'm hoping to today, like, because it's Friday, I don't know if I said that already, hoping to decorate for Halloween, watch a scary movie, and start a crochet project. And I might go to the art museum after work. Basically, most of this year I was trying to get through The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, and I was doing the journaling, I was doing the reading and the exercises in the book, but the one thing I wasn't doing was the artist dates, where once a week you go somewhere by yourself and just do something kind of out of your routine or something just for you. And this whole time, I almost went through all the way through the Artist Way. And this whole year I was doing the Artist Way, I maybe did an artist date once or twice. So I feel like it's just like a new habit you have to form. So in the beginning, it's going to be really hard. So part of me doesn't want to go to the art museum by myself after work, but I think that's just because it's something I'm not used to doing. And if I just start doing something once a week by myself, that it will get easier. So that's also why I'm starting this video kind of weird on my lunch break, because I was going to take some clips if that ended up happening. But you know what? Let me stop talking like it's not going to happen. I'm going to the art museum after work. I don't have an excuse. It's free. And that will be my artist date. Even though I haven't been doing the morning pages where you journal 3 pages, I haven't been doing that, but I need to get back into it. Whatever. So art museum, decorating for Halloween, and crocheting is hopefully on the agenda tonight. Maybe a workout too, if I get into that. But I have had a time trying to figure out how I want to make a scarf out of this Karen cake. Colorama Halo. I got it on clearance for like $6.97. And right here is like a swatch I did of Tunisian crochet because I really like the look of knit. But then I didn't realize the back of the Tunisian crochet is like, it doesn't match the front. Like it's like these, and excuse my nails, oh my gosh, they're really bad. This is the front, and then the back is kind of ugly. So I know that was like really bad and you probably couldn't see it. But so I've tried Tunisian crochet, I've tried just the garter stitch, and I thought that was okay. I really like the look of the fisherman's rib knit stitch, but I just could not figure it out for the life of me. I have been making swatch after swatch with this yarn, and yeah, just having a lot of trouble. But I think I found a pattern that I'm going to use to make a scarf out of this yarn. The pattern calls for 10 extra yards that this cake doesn't have, so I'm 10 yards short. So I'm thinking maybe I can adjust the pattern to make it like a little bit shorter and save me on those 10 yards that I'm missing. And then I will have a scarf that will take up a whole cake, and that would be perfect. And it's actually a hooded scarf because when I get up and go to work in the morning, you know, putting on a beanie kind of like messes with your hair. So if I just had like a hood scarf to put on, I feel like that would be the most efficient thing. And it's like a piece of clothing I don't have already, so it would also be useful in that way. And it's called the Edna Hooded Scarf by Wavelengths by Emily. So going to try and mess with that later tonight. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I was making sense. I feel like when I start a video, I'm always like kind of all over the place and not sure how to get my point across. But it's kind of hot in this car right now, even though it's October 17th and it should be fall. It's pretty warm. It's 71 degrees. So anyway, I have, how many hours of work do I have left? 12:30, 1:30, 2:30. I have like 3.5 hours of work left. And then the next clips you may see, maybe me going to the art museum, hopefully getting inspired. I haven't been to the St. Louis Art Museum in about 5 years, so I'm wondering if it's like mostly new stuff or if they keep it the same, because honestly I don't think I would remember even if it was all the same stuff. But it's free and it's going to be my first artist date after trying to restart the artist way. So let's get back to work, and in 3.5 hours I'll be able to do something fun. This yarn continues to give me trouble. I started the gauge swatch, realized I read the instructions wrong, had to pull it all out, and then restarted it with one of the recommended hook sizes, and it turns out it's too big. So I need to restart it again with a smaller hook, and it's just hard to see the stitches with this halo yarn. So I've kind of had it with this yarn. So even though I planned on watching a movie and crocheting, I'm not going to crochet. I just can't. I'm baking sugar cookies, and I may try in color. In this creepy kawaii coloring book. I haven't colored anything in this book yet, but it would be good for me to try and color because I'm a perfectionist even when it comes to coloring, and I like don't want to make something ugly. So I have all these coloring books and I never color in them. But I think I should challenge myself and try and color in one of these because it sounds fun. I do wish I had a little lap desk, but I guess I'm gonna have to color in my lap with this textbook, I guess, because I'm in a beanbag in the middle of my living room floor, so I can watch the movie if I can get the Amazon stick to work. I'm just having a lot of trouble tonight, but hopefully I can find my movie and get to coloring. Tomorrow I am going to wake up early, hopefully, work out, and then I'm going thrifting and going to see Black Phone 2 with my friends tomorrow. I'll try and grab some clips, but I'm kind of shy, so I don't know if that's going to work out. but hopefully I can get back to crocheting tomorrow evening because I really want to do a crochet project. I'm just having bad luck with getting one started. It's now Saturday night. I was out all day with friends, saw Black Phone 2, and it was pretty good. It was different, you know, it just didn't really surprise me, I guess, or shock me in any certain way. But before that, we went thrifting. So here's my thrift haul for today. Nothing. Well, I got some cool stuff I'm going to save for last, my favorite, but just a black shirt. I'm going to just wash another black shirt. Wow. I've been looking for a long black maxi skirt for the longest time, and I finally found one. But what I am most excited for, a more unique find, was we went to an estate sales store that only sells stuff from estate sales. So I found these Santa Claus earrings, and then I got a vintage Christmas sweater vest that was like 20 bucks, but I just couldn't pass it up. I had been looking to find a like vintage holiday sweater in a thrift store for the longest time, and they had a ton, and it was hard to choose, but I chose that one. I like the little add-ons, like there's buttons on the Christmas trees, and then, you know, I don't know. It was just my favorite out of all the ones I saw today. But it's 8:30, and I honestly don't really want to crochet, but I was hoping I was going to want to crochet, but I just don't really want to. I think it's because I don't have a good flow going with my project. I have to redo the gauge swatch again, but we'll see. Maybe I'll muster up the courage or the strength or the energy to crochet tonight. But I'm gonna maybe lay down, either go to bed early and get up in the morning and do it, or do it tonight. I don't know, but I'm kind of tired. The second swatch I made with going down a full hook size still is giving me a little bit bigger than gauge, but I think I'm just gonna move on with this using the 5mm hook. This would be the first time I'm using this furls hook too. It's Sunday afternoon now. I did end up getting around to crocheting last night, but I did have to pull out. Basically, I misread the starting chain. It was between like 200 and 400 chains, and I was looking at the wrong thing, so I had made the chain way too short, so I had to pull out all my work, redo it. And if you crochet, you know how hard it is to count and keep track of your starting chain that is like 300 chains long. So basically, if I make it to the end of this chain and I end on a single crochet, I'll know that I counted correctly. But if I miscounted and I don't end on a single crochet, that's not going to be good. And I don't know what I'll do if that happens, but the first time I miscounted, or I had counted correctly and ended on a single crochet, so let's just hope that even though this is longer, that I still counted correctly. I liked the coloring I did. I thought it was fun, but I wish I did have pastel markers. All the markers I have are so vibrant, and the coloring book is supposed to be like pastel goth and cute. So I'm thinking about, not today obviously, I'm so tired and I don't have the energy to leave the house today, but one day soon I went to go to the art store and get some pastel alcohol markers because I was looking on Amazon for some, but they're so expensive and they don't really have like a great color selection anyway. So I might just go pick out the individual markers I would want for coloring. I'm really trying to do more hobbies and spend less time on my phone, but I still get stuck into looking at my phone and scrolling just because it's so mind off and relaxing in a way that it's so hard for me to fight that urge to look at my phone. Like, let's check the time. It's 4:30, and how bad is my screen time already today? And I've spent like 2.5 hours on my phone. So, not great, but it's definitely better than the work week. I spend like 8 hours at my phone, on my phone during the work week. That was a video idea I had, was to replace my hobbies with, or replace scrolling with my hobbies. That's an idea I have, and I know a lot of people have done it. It's not like an original idea, but I think it would be a fun challenge. And then I also like the idea of getting up at 5 a.m. for like a week and seeing what that does to your productivity and your creativity. But honestly, I've been trying to do that all year, and I think I just love sleep too much. But I would really like to try getting up at 5 a.m. for a week and seeing the results of that. I currently get up at 6 a.m., so it would be like an hour earlier. And I would probably need to be in bed by like 9 or 9:30. My caffeine drink, besides coffee I had this morning, is this sparkling ice cherry vanilla. The vanilla is throwing me off. I'm not the biggest fan, but I'm trying to drink it. But I'm just going to sit out here on honestly the first day that feels like fall the first day we've had fall weather, and I'm gonna crochet to the end of this chain and see if I counted this chain correctly. And let's just hope it ends on a single crochet. Oh my, I don't know what it is with me and reading patterns, but I just realized I misread it again. I went ahead and decreased on row 2, but I was supposed to not do that. I thought I was on row 3. So now I have to frog 150 mesh stitches. This yarn, I mean, it's not the yarn's fault, it's literally my fault. But just this yarn ball is cursed maybe. And the amount of times I've had to go back and fix something, or something's not worked out. Oh my gosh. So now I have to literally go back. I was almost completely done with this row. And I'm gonna get the next row started correctly, and then I'm probably gonna, I don't know, I need to like walk away for a minute. I'm doing my own length and modifying the pattern. So I chained 300, and then I was supposed to work 100 mesh stitches, did that. And then I go back and work more mesh stitches with no decrease. All right, this is row 2 done correctly. Not done, but working on it. So at least we got in some good activities this weekend with the coloring, the thrifting, and now the solid crochet time. Yeah, and I really just wish I had better markers for my pastel coloring book. But being on that financial grind, I really shouldn't be buying new markers. I have a ton, I just don't know why it's all kind of really bright colors.